And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio. We are working on our green circuit supplemental outpost. The first one that we have is really not doing so good, mainly because of iron. We have a limited amount of iron, and these miners are already running out. As you can see, we are starting to dwindle on our iron. That's kind of a cool word, dwindle. Anyway. So I've got this new setup over here. We are ready to go. We got a little biter base that I might want to take care of over here. Might. Not a guarantee. I might want to take care of it. So let's kind of dig our way in here. And hopefully maybe take out some of these guys. Watch my shields, because shields are important. Kind of jump back into the forest, because they can't really navigate. Poor guys, you know, they haven't learned how to navigate yet. Watch my health. Watch my health. Watch my health. Okay, it's getting a little tired. Oh, get out of here, guys! Oh, this guy is want the party. All right. I'm kind of worried about that huge base up above, so I'm trying to stay away from that place. I don't really want to mess with them. They're kind of scary. Okay, get out of my way, trees. Okay, so we need to build a little. We need a little green production over here. Because if we're gonna eventually have a blue setup, we're gonna need a green setup too. And if we want to beaconize that would complicate things. So do we have beacons? First off, we don't have beacons. So let's request some beacons. Beacons. I want 10 of these. I need to get into logistics range, so they actually deliver them to me. So the normal setup for green circuits, people have seen for many years actually, is the 2-to-1 build for green circuits. So you can it's actually a 3-to-2 setup. So that works a little bit better. Putting beacons on all of this is a little tougher. I'm gonna go in here and do this here. So let's see if there are some beacons. The vanilla beacons only go 3 out, so you really have to snuggle them in close to get any coverage. So a beacon like that and a beacon like that, you'll get coverage, because this middle one here is covered by both, which is good because it services both. And the outsides just have one. Well, then you can take and snuggle another set in. So do like, if we want another one like right here, and then we want another one of these, I need this to stick out like that. And so we are right in line like that. So we need another one of these to snuggle right in there. So that's kind of the pattern. And so, we're kind of sharing some productivity and some speed. Because you can use productivity on the circuits, which is really nice. So if I wanted to repeat this pattern a couple times, we don't want to do it too many times. Because the throughput of the copper and the iron, if you put speed modules in all of these, you would never keep up. The speed modules would have you consuming so many resources that there is just no way you would be able to keep up. So we could actually, if we really wanted to be wasteful, we could put another beacon on the top, but I don't think that's necessary. And so the end result is, let's get in here. So copper needs to come in this way. We need to bring iron in, so let's bring some iron in. And then we need we need to output. We need to output the green circuits. Now, with all of this production, we have 2, 4, 6. Let's. If we have modules in all of these, and I wanna produce this blueprint with modules in mind, even though we have 0 modules. Oh, is Alt on? There we go. Let's set up the recipes. Let's set up these recipes. Okay. So if we have modules, let's say we have productivity modules in all of these. So that's 4 productivity modules. Well, the productivity modules will drain the speed quite significantly. If we look at the thing here, you can see speed minus 15. Productivity goes up only 10, but speed goes minus 15. Well, we can compensate for that by using speed modules, and speed modules go up 50%. So if we have 4 productivity modules in them, that is 60% speed decline. And then we can have at least one, no, actually, you'll have 2 speed modules in here. But the beacons only distribute half. The distribution efficiency is 0.5. So even with 2 speed modules, you'll only get 50% boost. Which then, if you look at the difference, you'll lose 10% of the speed out of here, which is unfortunate, but you gain 40% productivity. So it's a net gain with just a minor speed loss. And because of that minor speed loss, you actually can support more assemblers rather than just raw speed itself. So it does work out that way. It does do a pretty good job. I just want to get the rest of this set up for blueprinting. So we're gonna try to go out here, make sure we have enough space for those beacons, and then try to get as many. I'm gonna do this actually remotely because I just don't think I have the beacons on me to take care of this. So there and there, there and there. And again, you could put more beacons back here. You could put beacons all the way back here and really save on copper. Although you cannot put productivity modules in beacons. So unfortunately, you can't do that, which kind of stinks. But it is what it is, and there's not much we can do about it. So now they're giving me belts and things, which is helpful. Thank you very much. But I'm just going to use a whole bunch more here anyway. So there, paste all of that, paste all of that, and now let's send in some copper. And the beacons are in, the beacons are lit. So this is copper here. Yeah, green 2 copper on load. And we have 2 belts that we can fully saturate whenever a train unloads. We can fully saturate these. So I want to send these over, like right in here. And we're gonna come in. We're gonna come in here. And let's go across there, and we're going to go across there. We're going to come across, and this one's going to come down. Oh, I skipped a couple. And we're going to come down here. There we go. Oh, fill me up. Okay, now we need some iron. And iron is way over here. And I think if we send one belt, here's one of the things I'm going to do. I'm going to take these middle ones out way over on this side, because I want to bring in iron right above all this copper. So I'm going to leave a little space for myself to do that. Meanwhile, my belts, my poor belts, or bots, they're trying to help. They're like, hey, you know, let's try to help. So I don't know why that's always backwards, but yeah. So we're gonna go up. This is going to be iron. I want to actually go up 2. I want to leave a space for one more iron for that lower one to come in eventually. Sort of planning for the future. You know, it's always good to plan for the future. So I'm gonna go in here, go in here. Shouldn't have any trains running in here yet. There we go. And whenever that future does come, I can make that next batch of iron actually unload here, and then bring this one over to a second stack of these. It's kind of what the grand plans are there. But I do want to start the trains to start loading here. So I'm gonna put the green one there too. Let's color them, you know, with the colors of these stations. I should have named these already. I did. So that they're all colorized now. So we need some. Didn't I create? I thought I created these. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now we need to make sure we have the right stations in mind. So I want to go to iron 1 load for this, and then green 2 iron unload. So iron 1 load. We're going to do empty inventory full and time passed. And we're going to do 60 seconds. And so this one is green 2 iron unload, inventory empty, or time passed. And 60 seconds. So it should eventually have a net gain. And then we can just, as long as we're not standing, as long as we're not standing on the tracks, which, to be honest, I have done before, we should be able to go grab some iron. And I want to make sure this is the same amount of time as my other one. So you go gather me up some iron. Now, copper is a little trickier because we've already got a couple trains coming in here. But this is C copper plate 1. So we want C copper plate 1, inventory full or time passed, because there's multiple trains going in there. And this one is green 2 copper unload. So we want plus green 2 copper unload, inventory empty, and, or I should say, or 60 seconds pass, because we might have multiple trains coming in from multiple locations with copper, and that way everything here will be good to go. So you can start automatic. Ooh, don't walk into the moving train. That's not healthy. Not good for the health. All right, so the next thing with these are, when these are going to be moduled up, they're going to be, again, 10%. There's going to be a 10% hit on their speed. So we don't need stack inserters. But, you know, with that 10% hit in speed, we're going to get, you know, basically plus 30% productivity. So it's a net gain on productivity. So I'm going to use stack inserters to actually offload the copper into the circuits, because we're going to be able to make stacks pretty fast with that productivity boost. And I want to make sure we have plenty to go around. Make sure these are all set up. Okay, that takes care of the copper portion. And there, look at that, we got iron already here. So power is an issue, because we can actually place it right along iron here and get some coverage going all along this. I'm going to give a little bit of space there, and then we can kind of double that up. I don't mind a little overlap in a system like this. I'm going to blueprint this so I don't need to lay it out perfectly. I know some people are probably irked by the non-optimal placement, but I'd rather it be symmetric than optimal. So I like that symmetry. I like getting full coverage in there and not worrying about it. So now I do want some stack inserters for the movement of this material. So iron here, and then to load the iron on the other side, we're going to need 2 long-handed inserters, because these things are not going to be fast enough to really load them all that fast. So there's 2 there, and we're going to bring that up. And now to offload, we really don't need the stack inserters to offload these, because these are going to offload 2 at a time anyway. And eventually, once we maximize stack, they're going to offload 3 at a time. Okay, so copper is on the way, and it looks like it emptied that train really fast. Boy, did that empty that train fast. Now we just need to hook this up. The other thing I want to try to do, well, we can see after we get modules, and we're quite a ways from getting modules set up here, just because we're going to need thousands of modules to get everything squared away. And we got 58 left of the blue and 18 left of the productivity, and I doubt they're going full speed due to the green circuits. Yeah. So green circuits are really why we haven't finished modules yet, which is what I'm working on right now. So the last part is the offloading of the green circuits onto the other side of the belt. And we're going to use 2 long-headed inserters, just because with those eventual productivity modules, we're going to want to be able to offload really quickly. Okay, so the last step is the green circuits, and we have exactly 4 cargo wagons that we can use, that we can craft here, and let's place those where green circuits will be loaded. So if we want, we could cut in underneath this copper, but I really don't. I'm going to need a couple more spaces under this copper. So we're going to need, when we add another stack of these, we're going to need 2 more copper here and 1 more iron here. So green circuits can come right through here, which means we're going to need this like that, right through here, and then we can underground right there, and then underground right through here, and then we can load somewhere in here. So maybe use our wooden ones. That seems relevant. And then we're going to make sure that these are all set up right. We'll probably have more coverage a little bit later. I just want to get this build done. We're kind of limited on time, so let's finish all these up. Let's actually walk away and then shift click. No. See, that's why I don't like standing too close, because if I try to shift click stuff, my bots just take it out of my inventory and it doesn't. Yeah, see, it did it again. Standing too close. I probably have a bunch of bots trying to bring me stuff right now, because I do have them in my logistics system as a request. But let's go up here and put those in, and then let's make sure these come in. I can't clear those away, but eventually I'm going to have a second line coming in here, and that second line is going to supplement all of these and maybe even have more cars worth of green circuits. So yeah, we're going to want green circuits to come in. I'm just going to see if I can finish this off without too many hiccups. Any mistakes I'm going to have to correct at a different time. I also want these three and this one to be stack inserters. So now we are loading green circuits, and we are actually making them really fast. Honestly, we are making them really, really fast. Almost filling that belt up, which is more than I can say for this one over here. I mean, this one does pretty good, but again, iron is a problem. And this whole time while we've been doing this, this iron has been unloading, and again, we forgot, or I shouldn't say we, it's on me, forgot to recopy and paste the limit on all these chests since we are now finished constructing them. I need to redo all of these and get all of these set up as well, and get all of these squared away as well. So now these all should be plain old one row, good to go. And the reason I put a limit on there is because if it arrives at the other station and there's no limit, it's always going to be unloading completely the tracks or the cargo wagons. And if it unloads completely, then every time it arrives, it's going to completely empty the whole system, and there'll be no more for all the other trains that need to stop here and grab some. So I like to share. I want everybody to share. So what I was thinking is, with this setup, if I even added one more to this, it might even max that out. And I'm hoping. It looks like these are going fine. The real question is, once we get that productivity, it's definitely going to fill that up. So I want to break. Where do I want to break it? I want to break it right in here. And we're going to split it off and take these away. And hopefully we'll be able to stretch across here. And we'll be able to stretch across all of these, just like so. And then bring all of these in on a different set of belts to come in and then combine in together. So it's a completely full belt. If we add another set down here, it would fill that belt up and keep that belt full. Right now, yes, there will be gaps, but one more set of these, or with the productivity modules, with all the productivity and speed, it might even fill that belt up with just this small setup, which would be perfect, because we have a copper situation here. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be using a lot of copper, and I could actually combine these and get a little bit more even distribution. Because we're using the left side of the belt here and the right side of the belt here. So with this, would actually get a little bit more even distribution between the two, which, you know, helps evenly unload all of those chests and stuff. So yeah, these are doing good. How is my copper situation down here? Well, we got lots stored. We got lots and lots stored. And we got lots stored in here as well. So I think copper is doing okay. We don't really need to mess with it right now. But that is our green setup. And we have a little bit more green circuits going in now, which is nice. It's going to take a while for this to max out. But I definitely want a second level of this, and I want to load these bottom two separately. So eventually we're going to have another one coming in, another belt of green coming in, and it's going to merge in right here and be able to load these bottom ones in separately. That way the train, when it leaves, won't be so lopsided, and we'll be able to load them much faster as well. And I could even add a loading side to this side as well if I really wanted to maximize everything as we scale. As we scale this whole process up, I could add a loading station on this side and, you know, 2 more of these setups and, you know, really maximize our throughput. Because we got plenty of iron. We'll have iron aplenty. Copper is really the big unknown. We're really going to need a larger copper loading system. We don't really have the ability to load more copper other than these 4 trains. We might be able to hit 5, but that would block this. So yeah, I'm probably going to try to loop it in, try to create a loop out here, and we're going to have to rearrange all of this, which is going to be tough. But that'll have to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.